Okay, let's start. So we can start our first session. Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining me today during this test run video session. Uh, as I already mentioned, since this is a live session, there might be some glitches. Anyway, I hope everything will go smoothly. I think the first session will take about 15 minutes. You can ask questions and post your comments uh, during this time, and at the end of the session, I will try to answer all your comments, maybe in the video if I will see them, or below the video when it is published in the group. So do not forget to put likes if you support the new live format. This way we can understand if it deserves to become a regular part of SFT group activities or not. So today we will talk about, oh, it's my cat running, running here. So today we will talk about CV or resume for translators. We will cover three topics: when you should use a CV, things to include in a CV, and things to avoid. I know that there is a difference between CV and a resume, but let's assume that we speak about a standard one-page document we use from time to time to get hired. Okay, when we need a resume, first things first, the importance of a resume is gradually decreasing due to several factors. The first one, internet is rapidly changing the way we communicate and the way we work. The second one, the methods applied to hire people on the web are totally different from those used 5 or maybe 10 years ago. And the third one, resume can be simply useless or even harmful in certain cases. So let's start with the situations when resume can serve a good turn and when you should avoid using it at all. Apparently, I see only one good reason to use a CV. Use it when you are asked to do so. Some translation agencies still want to get your CV to include it into their database, and you will definitely need a resume if you want to work as an in-house translator. So two cases actually. I think it's clear when you need a resume. And there is another side of this question, cases when you should not use a CV. Uh, a big mistake many translators make is sending bulk messages with a resume. I call such emails "Dear Sir, Madam" messages. They are impersonal, they are absolutely pointless, and they are even harmful. This spammy approach can hurt your reputation. Moreover, it is illegal in many countries. Another example when resume is useless is sending it to all translation agencies you could find online. There are thousands of translation agencies and hundreds of thousands of translators looking for a job. Translation agencies receive tons of emails from translators daily. Uh, Believe me, I run a boutique translation agency, and my local website, appears among top 10 search results in Google, and I receive resumes from local translators almost every day, and it's not funny at all. Before sending your CV to an agency, learn more about the company and answer the following questions. Are they searching for translators in your language pair now and in general? Which communication methods do they prefer? Email or maybe an online form on their website or something else? In many cases, you will find out that this agency doesn't need your services. And so don't waste your time for that. I think that it's quite clear now when you should use a resume and when you should not. So let's go to the next subtopic. Things to include on your resume. The first thing to include is to write a short introduction. Introduce yourself in a couple of words. Say who you are, or what you do, and how you can help clients to meet their translation needs. This introduction should be rather short, maybe one or two sentences, to grab the attention of your prospects. The second point, provide your contact details. Make sure that you included the valid email address, preferably a business email address, not a free Gmail or Yahoo email like kitty88 whatever.com. Also include telephone numbers, landline or maybe mobile phone number. Also, you can include Skype ID and some other data like your website URL, if you have one. Actually, a professional freelancer shall have a website, but this is a topic for the next video. Okay, the next point. Indicate your language pairs. This information shall be placed on the foreground, preferably in the header section, so that your resume can be easily found and selected for a particular project. If you work in several language pairs, mention the strongest one first. You should also remember that clients, translation agencies in particular, prefer to assign projects to the native speakers of a target language. For instance, my native language is Russian, therefore I indicate English-Russian language pair as the primary one. The next point, fill in your areas of specialization. Most probably the second point of your resume that will capture the attention after a language pair will be your fields of expertise. Searching for a translator in the database, translation agencies use keywords. Listing your areas of specialization will double the chances of being found and selected for a project. What next? Mention your experience and education. If you have just graduated from university and don't have much experience, put emphasis on your educational achievements. If you work in the translation industry for a while, place information about your work experience in a reverse chronological order. Each item of this list shall include company name, years of work, position, your duties, and maybe projects if you can show them, if you can include them. In this case, information about education shall be placed at the end of the resume. Then list specific software you use. If you have experience working with Stratus, MemoQ, Across, or some other CAD tool, you should definitely include this information on your resume. Also, feel free to mention other related tools like PassSolo or maybe InDesign, Photoshop, etc., etc. This can be a real advantage to get hired for certain projects related to translation of graphical materials or maybe translation of websites and so on. Then you can choose a photo for your resume. Some people are sorry. Some people are against using a photo in a CV, but I think that a properly selected photo can help you make your CV more personal. Of course, you shouldn't use casual photos from home parties or maybe from your last year trip to Goa. On the other hand, you should also try to avoid using overly formal photos, like those awful photos from driving license or an ID card. My photo on a driving license is ugly. I actually hate it. Try to choose the golden mean. A professional photo with a slight smile on your face, standing on the gray or light gray background will show your potential clients that you are a serious and a responsible person. Also, there are several things you should remember when CV is ready. It's almost ready, I mean. Proofread the text. Proofread your resume to eliminate possible typos, grammatical, punctuation, and other mistakes. Resume is an important document, and mistakes in your resume can raise doubts about your professionalism. Also, when you have done with all the textual content in your resume, convert it into PDF format. PDF files look professional. They can be viewed on almost any platform, whatever you have, Windows, iOS, Android, and so on. Moreover, all fonts and formatting will remain unchanged. Uh, in addition, it will show that you can work with PDF files. And the last thing you can include, or what you should keep in mind when creating a resume, is a proper file name. Uh, I would recommend using the following file name format for your resume. Include your full name, language pair, and the word translator or interpreter, depending on what services you provide. Avoid random numbers like 1, 2, 3, or random words like new file, maybe resume, or just a translator. Remember that your resume shall speak for you. And we finally arrived to the last question. It's things to avoid. If you try different search phrases to find some good resume templates on the web, you might have seen many cool templates developed by professional designers. Well, I should say that such templates work for designers only, as they have to share and to show their creativity first. Your task is to represent your professionalism in the area of translation. Therefore, it would be better to use plain design principles and not to override the padding with irrelevant graphical elements. So you'd better use simple yet stylish templates. And never use extremely bright colors and artsy craftsy fonts. Bright colors are irritating, while your unusual unusual font is probably not supported by some platforms. So your potential customers probably will not see anything in your resume if you use some irregular font. Personal data. Freelance translators' resume shall underline professional experience and skills. Therefore, you should omit all irrelevant personal details like your date of birth, marital status, the number of family members and pets, and so on. Full name and contact details that I have mentioned before are enough for your resume. Uh, Goals. I think that you should not include goals in your resume. Actually, you can list all them and broadly explain your goals in a cover letter attached to the resume. Resources. Another point is resources. Do not include the list of your dictionaries, reference materials, and other similar documents. If you want, or if you are asked to provide them, you can include them into a cover letter. Also, software and hardware. Do not include your PC parameters and the list of standard software such as Microsoft Office package. Uh, it is anticipated that being a modern specialist, you have relevant computer skills and know how to work with commonly accepted computer software. And file formats. Never use non-standard file formats for a resume. So we have, as we have already discussed before, you should use a PDF. It's the most commonly accepted format. Rates. Another question is rates. Do not include your rates in your resume. Of course, it's important to provide information about your rates, but it is better to put them into the cover letter in the email message. So uh, actually, this is all that I wanted to tell you about the translator's CV today. Uh, it took about 15 minutes for this session. I hope you liked it. So when this video is uploaded to the group, I will be able to answer the comments, because right now I can't see any comments uh, on the right, but they should be appearing. I will try to figure out how to manage with that. So I hope you have left your comments under the video, or will leave your comments and questions under the video, and I will provide my answers. So also, this video will be uploaded to a new YouTube channel that I have already shared in the group. So I ask you to subscribe to the channel, click like and bell button to receive notification about new videos. I will be posting one new video on a weekly basis, maybe on Friday or on Thursday like today. Thanks for your time and see you in the next episode next week. Bye bye.